Hello there, people of love. Welcome back to African Bridal Experience, the podcast. Now, today, if you've been following this entire journey, I've taken you on experience. Today, we went to the airport, we picked up a special guest with a lover boy, and then they went through an entire process at the magistrate court. Now, they sit on the couch with me. And you know what that means. I get to pry, I get to pick their brains and explore their hearts and understand their love story. Before we dive into it, I'll give you a heads up. These two play like siblings and know each other, well, I guess like anybody can know anybody, or as much as anyone can know anyone. Right now, I sit with Jessica and Kiton with what promises to be an exciting conversation. So don't go anywhere. I'll see you in a few. See, I've been to a lot of weddings. I've seen 1,000 videos and 1,000,000 more pictures. No disrespect, but I'm bored. It's the same white dress and the same old ring again and again and again. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate weddings. I'm a sucker for love. But what is your true love story? Tell me why you wear your mother's beads. Tell me about the vendors you have brought in and why you chose these people to curate your special day. I would like to see the roller coaster of emotions that exist when you interact with your in-laws. I'd like to see how well you know each other and how prepared you are to forgive the unknown. This is your love story, and I'd like that you tell it. I know that you may not know how to, but we do. So, come meet us on African Bridal Experience, where we inspire new homes and families. So, ready, set, let's talk. Hello there, people of love. It is Big Talker, and we are with Jessica and Kiton. Now, these two have decided to put me through the ropes and cause me to consider my current relationship status. But regardless, I will not be pressured into anything. This is where I get to, take charge, take the reins, and have some level of revenge. You see the straight face that both of them are keeping right now? It is fake. So knock it off. Both of you are never this serious. Exactly. So just so you know, before we started rolling, these two have been at each other and have been making me feel like my life is, incomplete. But regardless, I have Jessica and Kito, the lover boy who went to pick up his queen earlier today and decided to show all of us up. He went with a bouquet of flowers. He went all out and was blushing he went to pick up the blushing bride and he was the one blushing guy. When you say black man blush, it's a different conversation. Anyways, we dive right into it. Hello, Jess.
Hi.
Come on. I know your voice is more, it's a lot more, well, it has a lot more power than that.
No, that's
Hello,
how it
Jess.
is. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Oh, don't worry. At some point, you'll find out why I'm very shocked by this. Hi, Kiton.
Chama, what's up?
I did. I knew that one of them would break me. But anyways, yeah. So they've had a very long day. It's a couple minutes past 9, and they've had a long day. You guys have had a very long day. Again, you're such a sport for sitting down to do this in the midst of all of this. Can't imagine what jet lag must be like for you. But very importantly, I'll start by asking, how does it feel to be back in Nigeria after a while?
It feels good. I feel like I'm very nervous because I know why I'm here. I'm not just here for a holiday. But I am happy to be back and to see my man. So yeah, I'm very happy.
That last part is, it goes without saying, but we'll be all right. We'll be fine. So what was one thing that you're looking forward to? And I'll tell you why I'm asking. What's one thing you were looking forward to as soon as you landed?
Seeing my man.
Yeah. Did you ask him for anything special in particular?
No.
Okay. Kiton, what is one thing that you brought to the airport and you said, you know what, this is special request? Keep in mind I was there.
Okay. You know me last week, my cousin does this tiger nut juice, the tiger nut milk.
Guy, I know
Yeah,
that thing is elite.
You know, and she told me, she was like, babe, please, when you're coming to the airport, don't forget it.
See how it there, bro. I like that.
I had to help her go shopping.
You're not even trying to put it in the bag, you just and see it's frozen, and so it's not too hard, but it's cold enough that by the time she gets it, it's just the right temperature. Hey, God.
So,
Oh, thanks.
Oh.
I forgot.
Okay.
so it's a weird request. So that's like the only thing you like. That's the main thing or the first thing that you were hoping to like have as soon as you landed.
Yeah.
You don't get a lot of that in the UK.
She ordered it, I mean, over 2 months ago.
She pre-ordered tiger nut milk 2 months ago.
Well, I thought he would forget, so I wasn't really excited. So when I
OCD
saw
much?
it, I was like, oh, you remembered.
OCD much?
No, not at all. But if I want something, I want it.
I mean, no, respect. I mean, that's how you get this one. If you want something.
Yeah. About that.
But regardless, now let's dive right into it now. So what we do on African Bridal Experience is we explore the stories that nobody else does, or the whole glitter and glamorous wedding highlights or pictures or videos do not cover, right? And so I'm going to ask you, Kiton, let me start from you before we get to the bride, because I started with her already. Kiton, why are you getting married? This is simple answer, I promise you it is.
It's not very simple.
Ew, please,
You know,
walk with
I
me.
mean, you must. Yeah, I'm getting married because I found the bone of my bone, the flesh of my flesh, and I found my missing rib. That's one. Then two, I'm getting married because this lady right here, man, you know, she means so much to me. You know? It's not as if I've not seen other women or other ladies out there, but she struck me, really hard. And, she broke the ice.
I like that. The ice. Where would you say the ice was? Would you say your heart was cold? Where is it?
Maybe not my heart. I was career driven.
Oh yeah.
So I wasn't even looking towards that direction.
Yeah. But then someone came and said, you know what, we don't care.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm smashing that.
Whatever you're doing, man, let's get it done. And that's it.
Jess, why are you snagging a premium Yoruba king and saying, you know what, I want to get married to a Yoruba man? And they say,
Well, I swore I would never
You swore you would never get married or get married to a Yoruba king?
get married to a Yoruba king.
Very
Since you
true.
want to call him a king.
I mean, there's another word for it, but we'll find it.
Yeah, so I was not really for marriage. Not like I didn't want it, but I just felt like, no, not now. I have a bit of time. And yes, I said I swore I would never marry a Yoruba man, and I have that on recording, which I know he will use against me one day. But to be honest, I feel like when I got to know him and just him breaking down, I would say his life, but like just things that outside people don't know or didn't know, would I say. I felt like, and it's not pity, no, but I felt like, wow, if you're able to open up to me and tell me these kind of things and really break it down, then there's something there. And I did the same as well. I was able to open up to him as well about personal issues, and I felt comfortable doing that. And I think once that happened, it was like, okay, there's no turning back. Not saying there wasn't ups and downs, but it was just a thing of, we're gonna fight through this. And that's why we're here today.
Would you say that the key thing was him being vulnerable?
I don't know if it was the key thing, but it was a blessing. Like, it was a good thing, because I feel like a lot of women want to change a man or fix a man, or, but sometimes you just need them to be open and vulnerable, and before you know it, you've like got in there, if that makes sense. And I feel like I showed the same, even though he's someone who kind of opens up to me more, but it was a good balance.
I mean, I like that. It makes a lot of sense. So you've seen the best of each other. You've seen each other at your worst.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something that a lot of people may overlook. Because again, you guys may have a very fairy tale love. Depending on how we illustrate it
Yeah.
to the rest of the world. But again, you guys were in a long distance relationship for a while.
Yeah.
What's that like?
Do you want to go first?
See
You
them
go first.
passing you
Lady
back.
first.
Ladies first.
You go first.
Chivalry is not dead, ladies and gentlemen.
You go first.
To be honest, I've never knocked long distance relationships. I've always been for it. Not saying that it's my first choice,
Yeah.
but I've never, there's some people that would say they would never do it. I've never been like that. I feel like you're able to build on communication and properly love the person without physical touch. And I appreciate that. It was tough, or should I say it is tough, but hopefully it will end soon. But it is something that I feel like everybody should try once if you can, just because it makes you, I feel like you're more patient, because you can have an argument with someone and you're not going to see them that day to resolve it.
Yeah.
So it's about how you're going to try and sort it out being far away from each other. Are you guys going to not speak for a week or like 5 days or 3 days, or are you going to put it to rest and maybe when you see each other find a way to have a discussion about it if it's so important? But I feel like me and him, I speak for myself, but he may agree, we have a good communication, and I appreciate that. So that was number one. So I felt like I didn't really feel the distance sometimes because we talk so much all the time. But it's not for everyone, but it's something that I feel like some people should experience.
No, I relate. I mean, it's not for everyone. I mean, I did it. What's left of my heart is now on a podcast. So, anyways, moving on, Kiton. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not.
Sorry.
Doesn't
bro.
hurt. There's something in my eye.
Sorry.
Anyways,
So sorry.
No. I'm fine. I am fine. I'm good. I'm not heartbroken at all.
I don't, yeah.
It's just, heavy pollen. So, Kiton, distance. What was it like for you?
It wasn't easy, and she said it all. It's gonna test your faith. Your faith in God as well too. Because there are lots of temptations that come with it. And if you're not ready to forgive, it's gonna be a very hard one for you to do. But there were times we argued, we quarreled, we didn't speak for like 1 or 2 days.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy on my own side.
Of course not.
Trust me. Even on our side too, we consulted people, spoke to 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
Consulted with our parents. Spoke with aunties and uncles. In between, but no one understands you guys better than you.
Absolutely.
It's already in the relationship. They would tell you their own opinion, but at the end of the day, it won't work.
Yeah.
You guys just need to sit down to make it work.
For you guys, right? And I'll start with you, Keton, right? What were the most frustrating parts for you? Because again, it can't be easy not seeing somebody. There are a lot of things that are lost in communication when you're not talking to someone face to face, amongst other things. What are the most difficult parts of, being far?
Maybe me trying to explain something the way I see it. Seeing someone and explaining something
It's very different.
is different from you speaking on the phone.
Absolutely.
Because you just have maybe like 5 minutes to explain something brief and let the person get the point. But there are times when I try to explain things, it looks as if and she tries to explain some things too at some point.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Brother said you go explain.
Yeah,
no evidence.
Seriously, no evidence, man.
It's almost a quarter of an hour past 12. A little behind time, a little behind schedule, but nothing we can't control. Guests are seated, this beautiful, beautiful outdoor setting. Everyone is waiting for the arrival of Jessica and Kiton. And this love story is a fairy tale one, because we get to do it under the sun, under God, and in front of all their closest friends and family. So, enjoy the beautiful ceremony.
We are here today to join together Jessica Bang, Choji Davo, and Raymond Olaki Itan Akandes in the presence of God and these witnesses. I hereby commend you to the only wise God, our Savior, who will keep you from falling and present you faultless before His glory with exceeding joy.
So the first part is done. We have watched them be joined under God, under the heavens, if you will, in front of their closest friends and family. We have watched them say vows to each other, commit to themselves, to the institution of love, marriage, and commit to forever. And now we will move on to the reception where we can truly celebrate this marriage, have fun, party. My name is David Williams, and I'll see you at the reception. Take care.
Right before the dancing elegantly into the hall, we want to recognize the ones that presented the groom. We want to specially recognize Prince Felix Akandes and Mrs. Titi Akandes. Please, a round of applause for them. A round of applause for them. They are the ones who presented the groom.
Now I know you've had as much fun as I have watching Jessica outdance Kiton. Now here's the thing. That only scratches the surface of the full experience. Because what you're going to be a part of today is a full cross-cultural Nigerian wedding experience, where some part of the South mixes up with some part of the North, and we have a mashed melting pot of beautiful cultural goodness.
So before the break, we were talking to Jessica and Kiton. It makes for a very interesting relationship and an interesting conversation. But now, I want to throw a wrench into the works, because I have a little bombshell, if you will. And I'd like to play it for you guys to hear. You tell me if you know what this is as well. And then we will proceed with the interview. I will play for you guys to hear as well. You ready? Are you ready? Your face just went.
Okay. So what were you saying?
We are not getting married.
What's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica what?
You don't need to know the rest.
No. No.
You know who I am.
No.
We're not getting married.
I mean, when we get to court on
Which
that.
court?
Magistrate, the customary
No.
court now. When we get to the customary court, I'll be able to say, okay, this is what she said, and of course, the voice note is not enough evidence. That's why I said you call your name.
It's evident.
Your middle name.
Me, it's Jessica.
Okay, Jessica what?
I am not going to marry you, so there's no need to even keep
What's
this
my name?
recording.
Me
from
who?
before. Me, I said it. If you like, repeat it.
Jess, do you recognize the voice on the recording I just played?
No.
Okay. Kito, do you recognize the voices on the recording I just played?
Absolutely.
Who are the parties on the said recording from your own knowledge?
Jessica Ajoke Akonde and Olakitan Raymond Akonde.
Okay, so for the benefit of those watching, that's you and your current wife, yes? The one
That's not
beside
me.
you. These are tricky questions.
That's not me.
You're acting guilty all of a sudden. It's
That's
okay, we'll
not
get to
me.
you. We'll get to you. So her name is now Jessica Akonde, right? At the time she said this, what was her maiden name? What was her name?
Jessica Chojidabu.
Ah, I see. And she said what exactly from what you heard on this recording?
I heard someone say they're not going to get married to Olakitan Raymond.
Okay, so from what we're depicting, the woman on the voice note is Jessica, the woman who now sits beside you. At the time, said to you
very correct
that she would never get married to you. Mrs. Jessica, may I call you that? You know, by the giant rock on your ring finger. May I call you Mrs. Jessica?
Nice ring.
You are allowed. I mean, it's a gorgeous ring.
Nice ring.
My big ups to the man who put that on your finger. Regardless.
Big ups to the girl that sent it.
Regardless, I mean, there's somebody whose name. So he has, you know, dropped 2 bombs now, saying that this recording is your voice.
Yeah.
And you did in fact say that you would never get married to him.
Yeah.
When was this recording?
When was it? I don't know the year. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But
She made a confession while we're doing this podcast. She said she never wanted to marry a Yoruba guy. It wasn't an intention. So
Yeah, it was not in your plans.
for my mother's.
On your
God,
mother.
God humbled us.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what happens, and that's why we want to, you know, explore humility today, so that, you know, other people who may think of recording such things or saying it, you know, outside of whatever is in their head, or letting their intrusive thoughts win,
Yeah.
would, you know, think twice.
No,
lest
I
they-
don't regret it. I'm not gonna lie.
But you do admit that this was.
No, I do admit. All jokes aside, I do admit it was my voice and it was me. I
Ladies
did
and
mention earlier that was something I said I would never do. As he said, yeah, God humbled me big time. And yeah, I pray I'm not making a mistake, but you know, I'm happy, and yeah, it's a lesson to be learned. But I am happy that I said that and he recorded it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have gotten a full confession from the suspect, and you know that makes me an amazing detective. But again,
I wasn't
going
gonna
into we're going into it now. So let's do something finally, right? This is something that I don't do with anybody else, but you guys I get to do with, because I'm bending the rules for you guys. So we're going to pan the camera to both of them, right? And you're going to turn face each other at some point. Yes, we're going to turn your heads. We're going to face each other, please. Face each other. Turn. Face each other. Now, traditional Nigerian settings, you guys would not say vows to yourself, and I'm not asking you guys to say vows to yourself, right? But again, having recounted all of your experiences over the past 3-4 years, you know, talked about what love is like for both of you, I want you guys to be honest about how you feel about each other right now, recounting all of the best and the worst things that, again, have put you guys in where you are. And we'll start with Kito.
Okay, Jessica Ajoke Akonde. You know, there's so many traits and attributes I've seen about you. Yes, I love you. I really love you. I love your sense of humor. I love your work ethics. You're a go-getter, you know, and you've really inspired me. You've inspired me to do more. Whether you like it or not, you know, there are times when it feels as if, oh, you're going crazy on me. But you've really inspired me to do more, to work hard, to work harder. You've pushed me beyond boundaries, you know, to to go for what I love. You know, you've built the confidence in me. You've made me believe so much in myself and in my career, you know, and I would want to say, you know, this is something I've seen about you, or that made us go this far, you know. I mean, to top it all, I just want to say I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you.
I love you too.
To the blushing bride. Your turn.
Awkward. Obviously, you know, you're my best friend. Stop. Because I'm not going to speak properly.
She wants to look into your eyes.
Literally. One thing I'll say is I thank God for your patience. I'm not an easy person to handle. And I thank God for you just being there and never giving up. It's been hard, it's been fun, but I just honestly thank God for you. You literally changed my life, and you know what I mean. I thank God for you opening up to me and sharing every aspect of your life with me. I promise to never let you down and be your backbone forever. And I bless the day that I met you. And I love you so much.
Thank you very much. Don't cry, don't cry. Mwah.
So we've come to the end of this episode. And speaking to these two, it does something to you. You watch them bicker like siblings and love like people who spend their entire lives together. Their love story is something that will fill your heart, can fill pages of books, and can make it onto the big screen if they so wished. But that's not what all of this is about. It's about exploring true and authentic love. A love that goes beyond the fairy tale and explores all of the intricacies, all the difficulties, the tears, the work, the blood, the laughter. All of the things that make love so magical, the imperfections that make it so perfect. Today, we got to deep dive into the love story between Jessica and Kiton. And my prayer, and I hope that you share this with me as well, is that their love shines brighter and brighter with each new day. And we get to talk to them on the anniversary of their 10th, 20th, 50th. And as long as they're willing to stay on this, as long as God keeps them, let's put it that way. And I hope we get to show this to their kids and also talk to their kids. And I hope that when they do find love, they can find love just as beautiful or even better. This is still the African Bridal Experience. And it is always my pleasure to share these with you. My name is David Williams, also known as The Big Talker. So take care. Until next time.